So we talked initially about why it's important to ground our tarot practice in an existing and robust spirituality, so we don't commit intellectual suicide by just buying into a clever argument. You have to remember, everybody's got clever arguments, and if you don't think they're smart and clever, you're really putting yourself up on an arrogant pedestal. The arguments against the Holocaust are very clever. The arguments for creation science, even if you don't believe in evolution, that is a really bad position. And they are very clever, though. They're all clever, so don't ever underestimate people being clever. Don't ever think that smart people can't get taken by this stuff. It's very clever, so go with something solid. Look at stuff, ask the hard questions. People that buy into this, what good do they do to the community? Do people bless them? Do people think they're great? Do they help out? Are they known for their generosity and not their supposed acumen of knowledge? So looking at those aspects. So I use this yoga discipleship method, and so one of the aspects they tell me is to think of life kind of like the chariot. What it is your organs are the horses, they're the beasts, the creatures that draw the chariot. And then the mind, which is what I've been basically using in combination with the intellect. The mind is the reins, which this picture doesn't really have reins, but let's pretend that whatever this charioteer uses to control the creatures. And then the intellect is the charioteer himself, or herself, this character. And the soul is the passenger. So in this case it would be the Holy Grail that's symbolized here in this chariot. And it is nothing to do but take along for the ride. And the chariot itself is the body, the human body. So part of it is, does the spirituality take my soul where it needs to go? And how does my tarot practice influence, work with, and help me along that path? In the end, I don't want to be known as some great tarot guru if I didn't help anybody. What use is that? So part of it is, what kind of spirituality calls you, but has this chariot-like ability to take you deep? If you want to go pagan and Wiccan, then you need to have books eventually that you read, where in the author slot it says, Introduction and Translation by. You need to go deep and ancient. You have to go deep into those roots, go way back, go work with people that go really deep into these things and pull that up. Because if you have a shallow well, you're going to run out of water really fast, you're going to crash and burn, and it's going to be very ugly, or someone's going to come along and you're going to make an assertion and they're going to say ground it. And you won't be able to. You'll just be able to pile assertion upon assertion. And essentially, you'll take it on authority. Well, because Crowley said. Well, why did Crowley come up with that? How was his justification? Well, well, eventually he gets back to, Court de Gibbon. Where did he come up with? Well, he had a friend. She was sitting in a card parlor. She was playing tarot. He hadn't seen tarot cards, and all of a sudden he decided after 30 minutes of examination they were from Egypt. So, you have to ground spirituality in much deeper and greater proofs than that. That's part of the mind and the intellect, without which the organs, the horses, will run rampant, the chariot will crash, and the soul will come to naught. So part of it is finding the right path for you, using your mind and your intellect to steer and find the right thing, to get the right, so you have that path in which to take the horses and to run, or else you're not going to go farther. So anyway, I'm being called, as you can see, I'm being kitty-paged. And so anyway, that is what is important. Ground your tarot practice in something deep and older than tarot itself.